Hey everybody, I'm excited to be here with you guys. I'm here to teach you guys how to rotate an image 180 degrees about the origin. So the first thing you want to do when you read these problems is that you definitely want to know what degrees are you rotating. So since it's telling us that we're going to rotate this image 180 degrees about the origin, I just want to highlight 180. Okay, so go ahead and do that now if you haven't done so. The next thing we want to do is figure out what rule do we need to use. Now, since they're telling us that we're going to rotate 180 degrees about the origin, the rule is this. I'm going to go ahead and take my x and y values for both my for all my points on my pre-image, P, Q, R, and S, and I'm going to go ahead and multiply each one of those points by a negative 1. So this would be negative 1, and this will be negative 1. So what does that mean? Well, when I write all my points down, so P will be negative 6 and negative 1. Q will be negative 3 and negative 5. R will be negative 3 and negative 10. And S will be negative 9 and negative 5. If you're wondering where I'm getting these points from, I'm getting them from the pre-image. I'm not counting how many units I'm actually out with you guys because I'm trying to save time, but just to show you the first one for P, basically you always want to start at the origin, and because we want to figure out our X, we go to the left 6 units, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then down 1. Okay, so that's the first thing we want to do. Now, we need to go ahead and get our prime notation, our image points for the new image we're going to draw in a different quadrant. So let's say, for example, the first point we want is P prime. I'm going to go ahead and multiply my X and my Y, my current X and Y's for my P value by negative 1. So negative 6 times negative 1 will give me 6. Negative 1 times negative 1 will give me positive 1. Now for Q prime, we're going to follow the same format. Negative 3 times negative 1 will give us 3. Negative 5 times negative 1 will give us 5. For R prime, negative 3 times negative 1 will be 3. Negative 10 times negative 1 will be positive 10. And for the last one, for S prime, negative 9 times negative 1 is positive 9. Negative 5 times negative 1 is positive 5. Now that we have these 4 points here, my 4 prime notation points, I can go ahead and plot them somewhere here. So for my first point, P prime, I'm going to go 6 units to the right and 1 unit up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and up 1. So there's my first point, and that is P prime. For my second point, Q prime, I go to the right 3. 1, 2, and 3, and up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There's my second point, so that's Q prime. For my third point, R prime, 3 and 10, I go to the right 3. 1, 2, and 3, and up 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, all the way up here. So that is R prime. And for the last one, S prime, 9 and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And there we go. That's my last point, S prime. Now I'm going to go ahead and try to connect the dots. Excuse my artistic ability. I'm probably not going to make this super straight because I'm still trying to get used to this drawing pad. I really don't like this one. I'm going to go and erase that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and redraw this again. Sorry about that. Okay. And there we go. And there we have it. So here we go. We have P prime, Q prime, R prime, and S prime. If you notice, if you look at the pre-image and the image, the side lengths are still the same. The angle measures are still the same. The only thing that's changed is the orientation. All right, guys, hope that helped.